Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this session. My name is Preeti Mundra and I'm the co-founder of Smaller Footprint Company. At Smaller Footprint, we help individuals with small, simple steps which are good for them, easy for them, makes things convenient and better for them, as well as which are good for the planet. So today we are going to take one such good step together, the sorting story, or the waste segregation as we commonly call it. We are going to cover the what, why, and how of this. We all have either been doing or being asked to do the sorting of this waste at our workplaces or our residences. But when it began, that time it came more as a rule. And when something comes as a rule without clarity on the need for it, on why we need to do it, it becomes just a rule. It becomes more like an obligation. Same goes for me when it started. But when I understood the need behind it, the kind of benefits it has, and why we really want to do this, then it became quite easier. So let me connect it to something which is close to all of us, the food which we eat. So let's take two superfoods. Honey and ghee. Both are superfoods, but what happens when both of them are mixed together, and that too in equal quantity? It is unsafe. Similarly, take the healthiest fruit, apple, but apple seed is toxic. So like certain food combinations are unsafe or harmful, same is what applies to the things which go out of our houses for whatever reason. So that's what we are going to understand and then learn how to sort it. So this entire thing will be of 20-25 minutes, where we are going to talk a little bit more about the need part of it. Then we'll go into the categories, the common categories in which the things can be sorted, as well as how that helps them. We'll have a quick virtual game on sorting common things which most of the households use. Then a quick FAQ, and finally I'll summarize the session. In case there are any questions, we'll take them at the end of the session. So coming to need. So let's first clarify one common idea around food, that food is biodegradable. Normally it is believed that all the food items go back to the nature, to the soil, but actually it doesn't happen. It came as a shock to me as well. So what really happens is, for the food to go back to nature, to biodegrade, to decompose properly and become soil, it needs air, it needs oxygen. But when it is being mixed with other items like plastics, like paper, like metals, chips packets, toffee wrappers, etc., batteries and all. So what gets created in this mixture are, of course, we have experienced that foul and stinky smell which is there, which is nothing but a certain kind of gas which is not good for us. Then again, we all talk about carbon dioxide a lot, particulate matters a lot. These release methane gas, which is 25 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. Then of course the air becomes messy, the air becomes dirty, and when these things keep lying, keep mixed together at a particular place, they release certain liquids. Those liquids are technically called leachate. That liquid goes in the soil, also sometimes reaches the water, which makes both the soil and the water dirty. So what really gets created when everything is mixed together is something which is harmful, and something where any value which is there in these things gets eroded. So now the next question is, what does happen, or how does the correct sorting help you? So when the food items are kept separate from the non-food items, the ones which have gone out of our house because for whatever reason we could not consume them, then they can be converted into compost. Yeah, they can be converted into compost, which is a nutrient for the soil, which is a nutrient for the food which we all eat. and the remaining items, which is basically the dry waste, value can be extracted out of that. Electronic items, if they are there, they can be refurbished. Plastic, if it is there, they can be recycled and converted into benches and chairs and other items, rather than all ending up in the big landfill, which is the bigger dustbin outside and away from our houses. So to summarize here, why we need to do the sorting, why we should not mix the waste together, is because when we mix them together, we lose out on their values. They together create harmful things. They make the land, water, and air unhealthy for us. So, because of these three reasons, that's why we need to sort them. Because otherwise, what happens is something not good for us, not good for the community, and not good for the planet.